So here's the problem that you were faced with. Greg went to the market and had £20 on him. Then he got stuck. Did he want 2 bars of chocolate for £4.50 each, or 5 boxes of chocolate for £2.08 each? Step 1. I can read and understand the problem. So when you're faced with a reasoning problem such as this, we need to highlight what key information there is. So we know first of all that he had £20 on him. Then he got a little bit stuck in this shop and he wanted to know whether there were 2 bars of chocolate for £4.50 each, or 5 boxes of chocolate for £2.08 each. Which one of those was better value for money? So we know straight away that maybe there's going to be a little bit of adding in there, we might have to multiply, and there's also going to be some subtracting to find out how much change Greg has left over for each item.
Step 2. I can choose the operation to work out the problem. So that basically means, do we have to add, subtract, multiply or divide in this question? And like we mentioned in the last problem, that's what we've got to work out. So, let's have a look. We know he had £20 on him, okay. Did he want 2 bars of chocolate for £4.50? So straight away, we know that 2 bars of these chocolates costs £4.50 each. So straight away, that tells me there's going to be some adding involved. We also know that there are 5 boxes of chocolate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each one of those costs £2.08 each. So now, again, straight away, we can either add each of those boxes together, or for both of them, in fact, what we could do is we could also multiply, if we can remember how to do long multiplication. Now, for both of those, we'll be able to find out whether it's better if he bought the bars of chocolate, or whether he goes for the boxes of chocolate instead. Step 3. I can choose the method of working out. Right, so what this step is basically asking you to do is to choose how you would like to work this out. We know straight away that this problem is either going to involve some adding or some multiplying. And we have got a bunch of different skills for each. We know the concrete method of adding and multiplying, we know the pictorial, and we also know the abstract. So I'm going to choose the one that I feel most comfortable using. So the first problem we've got to work out is, did he want 2 bars of chocolate for £4.50 each, and how much did that cost him altogether? So let's use the pictorial method first to visualize the problem a bit more. So we've got 2 bars of chocolate, like so, and we know they cost him £4.50 each. We want to know how much that costs altogether. So for this one, I'm going to actually do the column method just to show you. So I've got £4.50, and we're going to add on £4.50. Okay, so let's add the hundredths first, so 0, 0, 0. 5 tenths and 5 tenths is 10 tenths, we'll carry the extra 1 unit. Then we've got 4, and 4 is 8, and that extra 1 is 9. So straight away, we know 2 bars of chocolate is going to cost Greg £9. And let me tell you, that's a very expensive bar of chocolate. Alright, the next one, let's do 5 boxes of chocolate. So again, I'm going to use the pictorial method to help me visualize this problem. So let's draw the boxes a bit differently. Let's draw them as squares this time. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each one of those boxes costs £2.08 each. I want to know now how much all 5 of those boxes will cost Greg. And as mentioned before, there's 2 ways we could do this. We could probably add or multiply. This time, rather than add, I'm going to show you that I'm going to do long multiplication instead. And I know the abstract method, so I'm going to do the abstract method. So let's do £2.08, multiply it by 5, because it's 5 boxes. So we'll do 8 times 5 first, that's 40, 0 there, okay, the 4. 0 times 5 is 0, add 4 is 4, decimal point in the same place. 2 times 5 is 10. So we know straight away that 5 boxes of chocolate for £2.08 each was going to cost Greg £10.40. Before we move on to the final step, it's very important that you remember that if you can't remember how the concrete, pictorial, or the abstract for any of these methods, please make sure you use our working wall and have a look at the videos previously. Step 4. I can explain and justify what I have done. So, on to finally answering the question. We've worked out exactly how much 2 bars of chocolate is going to cost Greg, and we've worked out how many 5 boxes of chocolate are also going to cost him. Now, the question is working out exactly which one Greg should go and buy for. Now, sometimes with all reasoning problems, there is a correct answer. However, sometimes there isn't quite a correct answer, and it's about you being able to explain exactly why you think this should happen or why you think somebody should be doing something. Remember, it's all about explaining and justifying what you've done. So here's my answer to this problem. I believe Greg should buy 5 boxes of chocolate instead of just 2 bars, because we know that there is only a difference of £1.40, and for that difference, Greg will be able to buy 5 boxes of chocolate rather than 2 bars of chocolate. And believe me, when you're able to get more boxes, more chocolate, that's always better value for money. Where did the £1.40 come from? Well, if we take the £10.40 that we had, £10.40, and we take away the £9, like so. Okay, we are left with £1.40. And because it's a very small difference between the two, that's why I feel that Greg would probably be better off going for the 5 boxes of chocolate, because you get more value for your money.